Hello students and welcome to this video which is featuring the National Company Law Tribunal and also National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. The central government establishes tribunals known as the National Company Law Tribunal NCLT or National Company Law Appellate Tribunal for solving disputes related to the company. In this video, I will tell you about the National Company Law Tribunal and National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. The tribunals shall consist of a president and required numbers of judicial and technical members as considered necessary by the central government. These members of the tribunal are appointed by the central government through a notification to exercise the powers which are given to the tribunal. The president and the chairperson and other judicial members of the tribunal are appointed after consultation with the Chief Justice of India. The president and every member of the tribunal shall serve a 5-year term from the date of assuming office and shall be eligible for reappointment for an additional term of 5 years. Also, a member of the tribunal shall hold office till he attains the age of 67 if he is a president and the age of 65 if he is a member. The establishment of National Company Law Tribunal NCLT and National Company Law Appellate Tribunal is a significant step towards streamlining and simplifying all judicial matters related to company law under a single framework. The central government appoints the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal with the main task of hearing appeals against the orders passed by the National Company Law Tribunal or National Financial Reporting Authority. Now, moving to the orders of the tribunal. The tribunal will give the companies or any parties a reasonable opportunity to be heard before passing any order. The tribunal within 2 years from the date of an order can amend or rectify any mistakes from the record if such mistakes are brought to the notice of the tribunal. The tribunal and the appellate tribunal have the same jurisdiction powers and authorities regarding contempt as those exercised by the High Court. The salary, allowances and other terms and conditions related to the service of the members of the tribunal and the appellate tribunal shall be as prescribed by the law. Moving on, if the president, the chairperson or any member of the tribunal wishes to resign, he should do this by giving a notice in writing to the central government. However, in spite of the resignation letter, the president, the chairperson or member shall continue to hold office for a maximum of 3 months or until a successor is appointed or until the expiry of their term, whichever occurs first. The central government, after consulting the Chief Justice of India, may remove the president, chairperson or any member from office if they are declared insolvent, if they are convicted of an offence involving moral turpitude as determined by the central government, if they become physically or mentally incapable of performing their duties, if they acquire a financial or other interest that may adversely affect their functions, if they misuse their position in a manner that makes their continuation in office detrimental to public interest, provided that removal on the grounds which I just mentioned shall only be done after granting the individual a reasonable opportunity to be heard. Talking about the powers of the tribunal. The tribunal deals with disputes related to registration and management of companies as per the Company Act. The tribunal can direct the company to change its auditors if it is satisfied that the auditor has either directly or indirectly engaged himself in fraudulent conduct or has aided or been a part of any fraud involving the company, its directors or officers. When an application is filed with the National Company Law Tribunal seeking relief against operation or mismanagement, the tribunal, after conducting its proceedings, can remove any director of a company if deemed necessary. Tribunal also deals with the cases related to the operation of shareholders or mismanagement by the board of directors of a company. Tribunal also deals with insolvency and bankruptcy cases. So, this was all about the National Company Law Tribunal and National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. Thank you for listening.